Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen. So on the table I have Mr. Nightmare.
Mr. Nightmare.
The truth teller. Sam Tripoli.
Hello. Hello, them, the Nightmare.
Yeah, I won't let John tell me. Like, when he comes home and he's like, Joy, I was listening to the tinfoil hat, and I'm like, I don't want to know. I like my head in the sand.
I get that.
My spirit animal is the ostrich.
I respect that.
All right, have you ever had a massage before?
I think so.
Okay. And don't let me hurt you. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings if something's too hard, not hard enough. Just let me know.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've done some that, like, dude, is this supposed to feel good or am I getting my ass beat?
Both.
It's like jujitsu?
See, it's supposed to be like your body's going to be, okay, she's gone. Now I can relax.
Yeah.
And that's when you get your release. But damn, your shoulders.
Yeah, I get that. I'm like, I'm not.
But see, that happens because you're always, like, researching things.
Because I'm going deep?
You're going too deep.
No.
No?
I love it. I just find it interesting. Everybody's got a hobby.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know what your hobbies are. I mean, do you have something that you like to do that excites you?
Yes. I'm one of those people, I can't stay still.
Right.
So, you know, I told John, I'm like, I'm going to start a podcast. And then I massage 5 days a week at a chiropractor's office. I write books. I write romance books.
How many books have you written?
6 under my name, 1 under a pen name.
What was the pen name?
Patty Cake.
Patty Cake?
It's a lesbian romance.
A lesbian romance.
Yeah. And then I've written about 40 for other people. I ghostwrite too.
You've written 40 books?
Yeah. But not under my name.
Now, how long does it take to write a book?
It depends on how long it is, but I've done a couple in like 2-3 weeks.
Like how many pages?
200, 300.
You've written 800 pages in a couple weeks?
Yes.
What are you, like an idiot savant?
No, but no, I don't know.
Have any been sold a lot?
Yes. I try not, when I do my ghostwriting, I try not and choose books, though, that I know are going to hit bestseller lists, because that would be hard for me, because I'm a selfish person. If I'm going to write a New York Times bestseller, I want my fucking name on it.
Have you had a bestseller?
Not through me, but yes.
Oh, you mean as
somebody else? Yes.
Oh, man.
But I do write a lot of, like, erotica fiction.
Like ghost, like sex shit? Like
yeah.
The ghost was beating up that stuff?
Well, I do have a ghost book under my name, Girl Falls in Love with Ghosts, but I've done a lot of, like, I've done lions, tigers, and bears.
A girl falls in love with a lion?
He's a shapeshifter, yeah.
So interesting.
I've done a menage where it was 2 tiger brothers and some chick.
Like a human?
Uh-huh.
So you're like doing bestiality books?
Well, okay, so the first time I did it, I called the author, and I'm like, hey, question. And she's like, okay. And I'm all, when they have sex, are they tiger or are they human? And she was like, you've never read a book like this. I'm all, no, I haven't. And she's like, they're human when they have sex.
Oh, that seems like a fine print.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
So this is for, like, furries?
No, this is for just anybody.
Who reads these books?
A
Chicks?
lot of women.
Read books about hooking up with lions?
Yes, and tigers and bears. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then I did do an author signing where there was an author there who had one of the books I wrote for her. And that was really weird, hearing people like, oh my God, it's so good. And I'm like, bitch, that's mine.
Why would they? Well, so why would they? You write and then put their names on it just because they can't? They're trying to crank out books. Or?
Yeah, a lot of them get publishing deals, and they have to have so many books out in a year, and it's kind of impossible. Sometimes these publishing deals are ridiculous, but you want to be published so bad that you're like, fuck it, I'll take it, and then you just kind of have to dole out the work to other people.
Really?
Kind of crazy.
It is.
It's, yeah. And it's weird. And then I do, like, go and read reviews.
And what do they mostly say?
Most of them are good. Some people, a lot of people are like, there's not enough sex in them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And like, how graphic is it?
Pretty fucking graphic. Like, my books under my name almost could be young adult. They're not as graphic. But there are some people who, it's pretty graphic. I mean, like, I've done Menage. I've done 3 people in one bed with 6 fucking legs, and that's so confusing. I'm like, where the fuck are the legs?
That's so a weird world.
Yeah, my search history on Google is way worse than John's is ever going to be.
So interesting. Just all the different ways art is.
It's fun. I mean, what I do is I use the money I get from ghostwriting to fund my books, like, so I don't have to take money from my kids.
What are you, robbing your kids at gunpoint?
Well, like, you have to buy covers, you have to buy editors. Editors are fucking assholes. You can't find a good editor to save your goddamn life. So it's just rough. And the one editors that are good, they know they're good, so they know they can charge you up the ass. So, I don't know.
Like, what does an editor do?
An editor goes through and not only does like grammar and anything like that, they do consistency. They'll tell you there's parts that are too slow, parts that don't make sense, parts that are going to make the readers bored. They just clean the fuck out of it.
But they're not authors themselves?
Some of them are. The indie world's really weird. Like, I publish myself because I don't like rejection and I don't want to send my book to a publisher and be like, this is utter shit. So I don't take that step.
Oh, I get that.
Because I don't do rejection, except when I do open mics, and then...
Oh, you do stand-up too?
I do, kind of, sometimes.
How's that going?
It's going, I guess.
LA's a hard place for open mics.
I know. I'm actually going to do a show at the Sycamore Tavern next Saturday.
Who shows it?
Guam's.
Oh, Guam.
Yeah, I did his podcast.
I'm excited to see how he does.
We'll see. He's kind of in hot water right now because he was asking all the girls to wear white.
Why?
Because he wants them all to look nice.
What a crazy person.
And I'm like, yeah.
Guys are crazy.
Guys are crazy.
Guys are just knuckle. I mean, he's got a fucking Shaolin haircut.
Yes, he does. He was in fact, when I first started going to the Comedy Store, John went to the restroom and he started hitting on me. And I'm like, I'm married. But we can still be friends.
Oh, he still booked you at least.
Yeah.
He still booked you.
So.
Can I get you some of your books for my girlfriend so she can read your erotica?
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. They're not that good.
They're not that good? Who writes shitty books?
I do.
Why do you write shitty books?
Because I like to write.
And you just like, fuck it, this isn't good, but I've written too many paragraphs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's done, it's going. I don't know. It's just, some people say they're good. Like, I get fangirl.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I don't know. I'm not a person that can be like, I'm awesome. My stuff is good. It's not me.
Well, you should like yourself. You might as well be your biggest fan.
Yeah, that's what I got John for.
I respect that.
I take him everywhere.
So what does he do? Works on some fucking naval ship?
He does. He works on a military test ship. It's a retired battleship. And he's been there for, God, ever.
But he's not Navy.
No, he's civilian. So anytime they go, and another thing I don't like hearing about, when they go out to sea, like let's say they're testing a new weapon or a new radar system or something like that, what they do is they take him off the ship. So at like 2, 3 in the morning, all the civilians have to climb down this Jacob's ladder, this fucking rope ladder off the side of a ship, get into this tiny little dinghy, and then they go to a fishing ship, and then they fish until they're allowed back on the boat.
Oh my God, really?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I know. And like there's times there's like rough water and I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And then they'll tell people, they have to let go and trust that the people are going to pull them in that little boat. So John's like, you cannot hesitate. When somebody says now, you have to just let go of that ladder and trust that they are going to pull you in that tiny little boat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And who's in the tiny little boat?
All of the other civilians.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's weird. It's a weird occupation. It's a very man
What
job.
is the job title? Dinghy dude?
What is it? It's ship engineer or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dana, how's it going? Oh, man. We need escalators.
Yeah.
We have about 100 steps to our place. It is nuts.
Every time I do someone in Hollywood, they're like, yeah, it's like 300 steps. I'm like 300 pounds?
Yes. You're not 300 pounds.
Yeah, close.
I ain't close.
And it's funny because I'm just going to have to... I work out. Like, I flip tires and shit, but I don't do steps with the damn
You flip
table.
tires?
I do.
What do you do, CrossFit?
Well, my niece is a personal trainer.
Yeah.
She's a badass. And I just go to her garage and she charges me $5 to kill me. And she says it's with love, but
That's good. So you write, you podcast, you flip tires.
Yeah.
That's your day.
Uh-huh. And then sometimes I take care of my kids.
How old are your kids?
17, 12, and 7.
Damn.
Yeah, all boys.
Well, that's good.
Not really. I wanted a girl. I'm trying to make the youngest gay.
What?
I'm trying to make the youngest
What do you
gay.
how?
Just telling them that, it's okay. Like, mommy sucks dick. It's okay.
Jesus, you're saying that to your kid. That's just brutal.
And then I always tell them, I'm like, through the 3 of them.
Why do you want them dressed like a girl?
No, I want a girl.
Okay, adopt.
No, we have a tiny house. And I'm not that good of a mom. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I have a feeling if we tried to adopt and they came in our house to, like, check on us, they'd end up taking our children away. Like the ones we have.
Stop.
They'd be like, yeah, no. And I get it. I understand. But yeah, I've told all 3 of them whichever one's gay will be my favorite.
Oh, jeez.
And they're like, I know, Mom.
You're so brutal.
I don't sugarcoat. My mom didn't sugarcoat with me. Like, my dad's advice to me when I was younger is always have ugly friends because they make you look prettier.
Okay, that's actually sound advice.
Yeah, like, that was my dad. Okay, so I want to know, how did you get into all of, like, the conspiracy stuff? Were you that kid when you were younger that was just very curious?
My dad always told me to don't trust anything you hear, none of what you hear, half what you see.
Okay.
And from that point on, I had always realized that not everybody's being truthful. And then, I talked about before, there was this moment in pro wrestling where the Iron Sheik and Hacksaw Jim Duggan got busted in a car together and they hated each other. But they were supposed to hate each other, but they were there drinking. And then I realized that wasn't real at a very early age and that there's a lie put out. And then just over time, like JFK and then 9/11 and just shit always like that. But then this election happened and, there was such obvious bullshit going on. And we just found, I really got into it. So I had this other podcast called The International Bad Boys. And me and the host had a falling out because, he's a good guy. He got a little crazy. I was a little crazy. Both of us were a little crazy. And it ended up just disintegrating. So I was like, I want to do a podcast, and I've been really getting into this Hillary Clinton stole the primary stuff. I'm just going to do a podcast talking about that. I'm going to call it Tinfoil Hat, and I'm just going to go with it. So I started doing that, and then I had a friend of mine named Ryan that I would talk to him every once in a while about what's going on. He's always like, oh, you got to talk to this guy, talk to this guy, talk to this guy. So one day I get this guy, Greg Carlwood, to come on the show, and he's got a really popular podcast called The Higher Side Chats with Greg Carlwood, and he's a really cool cat, and he's a good dude. He's got a really great podcast. So I hit him up, and the guy's like, yeah, I could, I'll do it. So then I go to my friend Ryan. I go, Ryan, this guy's gonna come on. Why don't you? I asked this guy Greg if he wanted to Skype me. He's like, I'll just come up. I'll come up to LA and do it. I'm like, oh shit. So I told Ryan, I'm like, Greg wants to come in and do the podcast. You want to come on too? And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So then he came on to the podcast. podcast, and that episode went really well. And I was like, I always like having someone on the podcast to shoot up, go back and forth with. And so that was the first official podcast, and then from there we've been going ever since. If you want to shut that door so you don't hear that outside stuff, that's fine. So that was the first one, and we've like gone in everything. We've been a little heavy on geopolitics lately, so I'm trying to we just did something on the Anunnaki, who are people who believe basically created mankind, and like now we're starting to get into aliens and I like paranormal, like ghost stuff. I believe in all that. I love it.
Now, have you had anybody like pissed off at you?
All the time.
Yeah? That's fucking awesome.
I have my own friend. I mean, like, people get really angry, man. They get really angry, not so much... They get angry because deep down inside they think they might have been lied to.
Right.
And that upsets them. So instead of yelling at the people that they can't at the screen, they yell at you. And I mean, I've had people like put their hands on me and just like,
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like I had an instance at the comedy store. One of my friends, he was a little drunk. And he's super stupid. He said super dumb stuff, and it just went boom. It went crazy. But over time, they all come to my side.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just turn them, huh?
Well, no, because just over time, it becomes more and more obvious that we were right more than we were wrong.
Right.
Way more than like 9/11, JFK, I mean, all that shit's coming out. It was pretty obvious that the CIA and the Reserve and the mob all took them out. So it's like, we've been saying that forever. And then people get angry about it, and they get really angry. And It's just like, for me, I just study history and just the patterns of these people in the past, and I think that predicts the future. And you just kind of take what's going on, you try to apply it to what you know about them, and if it fits, it could be true, and if it doesn't fit, it's most likely not true.
Right. You just watch, and yeah.
And then you see it play out, and you can't really like sit there and be like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna change anything. I can only like just work on myself, but I just enjoy talking about it.
No, I get that.
It's a passion. It's fun. I do two things my day when I'm looking for information. I either go on ESPN or I go on Reddit, the conspiracy stuff. And I have two podcasts. I have one podcast about sports and one about conspiracies, and I thoroughly enjoy those.
And that's good. I mean, that's something... No, I totally get, and I try and tell my kids that, because I'm 36 and I'm just starting.
So you had a kid when you were what, 17, 18?
Tyler, my oldest is actually my stepson.
Okay.
So Caleb, my 12-year-old, is the one that cut out of me first. So
how old is he?
He's 12.
Okay.
And then the 7-year-old. But I tell them, I'm like, don't wait. Start having fun now, because it goes by fucking fast.
Well, the biggest thing is just like, I don't know, I don't have kids, so it's like, I can't sit there, but I can only apply it to what I've learned in my life, which is like, nothing makes you, nothing breaks you. High school's full of, there's so many kings and queens that went on to do nothing in high school, after high school, nothing. And it's just like, if you peak in high school, that's your problem. That's
sad. And that's funny, because my 17-year-old will graduate, this month. And I told him, I go, don't let this be a highlight of your life. Let your high school graduation just be another day, and then make everything else better. Well, don't be like, oh, high school's amazing, I graduated, I'm awesome. Fuck that, keep going.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who peak after they peak in high school, and that's just, but everything at the end of the day is just like, are you happy? There's no this, I gotta achieve that, or I achieved this, therefore I'm more important, or I'm happier. It's really not that. One of my high school buddies just, he went to college, he has family, he works at the local college, and he's the happiest dude I know, and that's great. And I have a wide range of friends who are all successful in their own ways.
Right. Just find you. And that sucks, because it took me so long. Like, I just started writing books. I just started doing comedy. And I'm like, damn it, why did I wait so long? But whatever. It happens, and now I'm going for it, and we'll see.
Well, it's just like the key to comedy is that, there's so many, you can't really worry about what the industry wants, because they don't know what they want. It's like, if you make your own brand, and you get your own following, things will go really good. One thing I want to suggest to you is somehow figuring out how to shoot this videotape-wise.
Yes, that's actually next on my list.
Because you should be putting this on, YouTube, and and this would get a ton of hits, especially if you had attractive women doing it.
Exactly. That's funny that you said that. I want to start doing it where I record live and then have it where you can watch it later, just so I could get like a fetish following. Like, oh, this chick's rubbing lotion on naked people. And, and there's times during it, people will moan and make very sexual noises when I hit a good spot. And, yeah, so if I could get the fetish following, I'd take that, too.
Hey, any following's a following.
Any following's a following.
And just whatever you can dump on your YouTube channel, dump on that.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking about that. And I also, make faces a lot, too. There's a mirror in my massage room at the chiropractor's office that I stare at a lot.
Are there guy chiropractors?
Yeah.
Guy masseuse?
Not where we work. The chiropractor I worked for before I started working there, he had a guy and there was some sexual things happening. So he refuses to hire guys now. And I've been there 11 years. I'm booked 3 weeks out in advance. So he's doing good. He's fine with us. And then there's another girl there. She's been there, I think, 10 years. And same thing. She's booked too. So, I don't know. Hopefully he'll hire another one so I can start doing this stuff more.
Oh, you gotta set times?
Uh-huh. And then I've got to pick up the kids and, crazy. I need a nanny.
We all need an assistant.
Right. Pick up the kids. Tell them to shut up. That's what I do. They're fine. Okay, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You're not going to cuss me out later? You can if you want.
No.
I get text messages every once in a while.
Why?
You're an asshole. My back hurts. I'm like, you needed it. You'll feel better in 2 days.
Really? People say that?
Oh, yeah.
How many of these have you done?
For just the podcast, I think I've done 14.
And what's the name of the podcast?
Happy Endings with Joy Eileen.
Okay, I like that.
And then I call it the Massagecast.
I like that.
So, but just doing it alone at the chiropractor. And I have people texting me at 2 o'clock in the morning because everybody knows I don't sleep. So they're like, my back hurts. What should I do? I'm like, not call me at 2 in the morning.
Chill, right?
Right. Thankfully, John's not jealous at all because it would be a hard profession to be in if I had a jealous husband. But I don't know, he trusts me completely. He could walk in and there would be a dick in my mouth and he'd be like, oh, book research, huh?
That's great.
Yeah. I try every once in a while. I'm like, it'd be okay if you got a little jealous. He's like, no, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, well, all right. Kiss. You're right. So are you at the computer a lot?
All the time.
All the time. Okay. I can tell.
That's all I do.
This is crazy.
Really? Is it that bad?
It's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not bad.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale, I'd say you're about a 7.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Well, 1, you're not even.
What does that mean?
It's just you're not even.
What does even mean?
Even means that all your muscles are relaxed and tense at the same point. This shoulder, your left shoulder, is higher than your right shoulder, which is why I keep trying to pull it down. And your neck, the first 5 minutes, I couldn't even get to your neck because your shoulders were covering it.
What does that mean?
It's just stress and life and...
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't seem... Do you relax?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, you don't seem like a person who relaxes ever.
Ever,
yeah.
Ever.
Which I get.
Never.
I'm that person who's constantly like, okay, I'm sitting for 5 minutes. What am I need to be doing something.
No.
So, I get that. But yeah, and, the leg shakes. Just don't kick me. Or if you're going to kick me, let me know.
I won't kick you.
I've been kicked once.
Really?
Yeah, and he was paralyzed.
What? Stop.
Yeah. Scared the shit out of me.
Stop.
I was I had my, this, and I hit his back, and his leg spasmed, and I got kicked in between the shoulder blades. And I'm like, what? I mean, he came in with a wheelchair, and And I go, I think you just kicked me. And he's like, no. And then when I looked, because I put him on the table, his legs were crossed. And I'm like, yeah, you kicked me. That's the only time. I've been called a bitch a couple times.
Why?
Because I'll hit a knot. It was actually...
I got tons of knots?
You do have... Yeah, you're just
just
one big knot.
One giant knot.
Yes.
What's that from?
Just stress and living.
Yeah, I live like shit.
Normally, like when people ask, like, what should I stop doing to make it better? I can't really say because it's not one thing. It's life, and you stop living and you'll relax. Like
I get that.
You've seen dead people. They're, well, actually they're rigor mortis. So no, I guess that's a wrong way.
Right.
Damn it. I've always told people that. Stop living, but no. This is exciting. You're my first paid regular that I've had.
Why? Who else have you had on?
I have people booked. Let's see. I've had Jason Rouse.
Oh, that's great.
He was actually one of my first. And then I've had a lot of open micers and a lot of the door guys.
So where do you put your podcast?
Nowhere yet.
Okay, so let me give you some things that I would suggest.
Okay.
So you get these guys on. You should people as much as this is a good hook. You gotta have like, what are you gonna talk to these guys about? You should pick one subject and go with it.
Yeah.
And have like 10 questions.
Okay.
So pick a topic and just ask me like.
See, I was gonna try and get into the conspiracy. I don't know, but it kind of goes organic. I like the organic, but
I get it. Well, here's the whole thing. People like to listen to podcasts because they like to learn something.
Okay.
They like to learn something about the person. Do you have a Twitter for this?
Not for this yet.
Yeah, you should get one, or your personal one, and you go, hey, I got blah, blah, blah coming on. Any questions you want me to ask them?
Okay, I mean, I do have Twitter. It sucks. Like,
yeah, it does.
Media moves so fucking fast. Like, I almost have 50,000 followers on my one Twitter. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's just for the books and everything.
Oh, that's why. With the weird, creepy werewolf fuck books?
Yeah, well, nobody knows I write those. Like, those are just, yeah. But, and then, I do a lot of, like, anytime I put, like, my stand-up sets on YouTube, I'm like, hey, go check it out. And now everybody's like, oh, Twitter's gone. Now it's Instagram. And I'm like, motherfucker, I just got my Twitter going.
Oh, people are still on Twitter.
It's rough.
People still go to Twitter. It's a good place to drop news.
And I mean, that's where I get a lot of... Twitter and Facebook are where I get a lot of my buy links clicked for the books. And then the stand-up just kind of helps because they're like, oh, she was funny. Is her book's going to be funny?
Dan, I'm podcasting. I'm podcasting.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Dana, I'm podcasting. Hello?
You're being ignored. So, okay. But everybody...
I'm a giant knot.
You are a giant knot. But that didn't surprise me. I kind of figured that's how it was going to be.
How many... Do you guys go to Comedy Cast a lot?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, we haven't done Comedy Chaos. Normally we go to the Comedy Store on Monday.
Kill Tony.
And then I try and get up on the potluck. I got on the potluck 3 times.
Alright.
And then Wednesday nights are my open mic nights. It's fucking hard with kids. I'm pretty determined I'm not going to make it. It's fine, but whatever.
Well, it's making it.
Just...
If you make your own following on the internet, that's all you need.
Okay.
It's all you need, man. The days of just wanting to have to be on TV and all that doesn't... I mean, do you see people who got TV shows that got, like, no followers on anything? It's just
yes.
Like, it's all fraud. Television's a fraud.
Well, I don't...
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Everybody owns... The major banks own part of everything. They own basically. There's this woman did a study that found that 8 families own all the Federal Reserves, and those 8 families own giant chunks of every part of every Fortune 500 company. So they basically own all the major corporations in America now, which most likely include the television studios. So they own those television studios. Then they own the people who are advertising on the television studios. So they literally own, it's all a giant charade.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
See, but TV was never, like, TV... The only thing I want with TV and movies is for somebody to be like, this fucking book needs to be on air. That's where I would like to go. Like, I'm not... When I'm on stage, I'm not... I'm very stiff on stage. So I'm not a performer. I know I'm not a performer. I'm a fucking writer. I know that. And Jason Rouse, he got mad at me. He's like, but you're writing. You should do it. And I'm like, but I'm okay with anybody else doing it. So that's kind of where I want to go. Behind the scenes, I think. Because then I can still
why don't you write a TV movie? Why don't you write a movie that's based on one of your books?
I don't know. Maybe.
So was Rouse not as bad as I am?
No.
Why?
Except when I hit, like, right here on him, I hit his IT bands, and he screamed like a little girl.
What's IT bands?
It's your iliotibial.
Oh.
Okay, so your ilium is part of your pelvis. Your tibia is part of your leg. You have this band that goes across, and it's called the IT band.
Alright.
I'll go super nerd on you.
That's cool.
Yeah, don't ask me medical questions. I kind of go deep, and I don't mean to.
It's fine.
John will be like, your nerd is showing. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Sorry. No, but I will say in all of the podcasts that I've done, him screaming was probably the funniest part. Although your sound effects are working.
Do you have... Oh, man. Do you have clients that come every week?
Uh-huh, I do. My Wednesdays, I call them Groundhog Days.
What does it cost?
At the chiropractor's office, a lot of them just go through insurance, so some of them don't pay anything.
So amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah, all the people that I see weekly have fucking fantastic insurance, and that's all it is. Like LAPD and Sheriff's Department.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Uh-huh.
Can you walk over to there? You'll see my phone.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way you can give me that?
Yeah.
It's all the way in the corner by the bed.
Is it this one?
It's all the way to the corner. It's an iPhone. It's charging, I think.
Okay.
By the desk, by the light.
There is no phone over here.
What?
Charger's on the floor.
Okay, where is my phone? Can you see if there's by these or how about by the television or in the pants?
Okay, hold on. And this is in it? There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 18. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Are you one of those that are addicted to your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny, John, when I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do Sam right now. He's like, I want to go.
Sit, hang out in my little place.
Uh-huh. He's like, I'll just sit in the corner. I'm like, yeah, that's not creepy at all.
That is creepy.
He's a creeper, but everybody loves him. I'm telling you, if he did stand-up comedy, he would be so much further than I am right now.
Why doesn't
He says he would get on stage and pass out, which I told him would be hilarious, and I would laugh. But no, he's like, I just want to be all their friends. I don't want anything from them. I just want to be their friends. It's this shoulder right here.
Oh my God.
In your neck. You are going to need to drink so much water today.
I know.
Okay.
I need to do it anyways.
Because if not, you're going to hate me tomorrow.
Story of my life.
I hate joy. Man, you made me work on this one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not trying.
It's moving at least.
Oh.
There we go. See, you survived. Everything was good. You didn't call me dirty names. I'm just gonna end it where you just make noises.
Is this it?
This is it.
Bop, da-da.
Ta-da. You survived. I need to make t-shirts, I swear. I survived with joy.
When are you at the dojo?
Next Saturday?
Has he gotten you a flyer yet?
Yeah, he just gave it to us. And then I asked the other girls, I'm like, are you guys gonna fucking wear white? And they're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's super creepy. What is he gonna jerk off in the back?
Probably. It's gone.
I'm such a creeper.
Love him.
I wonder what numbers he gets.
I don't know. There you go.
How long was that?
40 minutes.
Bam.
Patow.